year 2013, a family from Scotland stood against the backdrop of Glencoe as they talked about their own close encounters of the paranormal kind. Together they agreed to stand side by side, seeking the truth from the inner lights that guided them to the darkest nights that awaited them. It was on that day they decided now was their time to share the challenges set before them, and so Scottish Ghost Adventures was formed. It didn't take them long before they were joined by their clansmen and women through forgotten timelines and journeys long gone. With their combined knowledge and skill base, SGA wanted to set out a format that would excite and involve those of who were interested to share their experiences as one clan together. Now you can join them on Scottish Ghost Adventures.
Prostitute who was dressed in red, who was apparently murdered.
And she was standing at the bar. Looks like an apparition.
The White Hart Inn is central Edinburgh's oldest pub, with parts of the Cellar area dating back to 1516, and where much of the rest of the building can be dated back to 1740. It's rumoured that Scottish poets Wordsworth and Robert Burns both stayed here during their lifetimes, and also the infamous murdering duo Burke and Hare, who committed a series of murders in Edinburgh over a period of about 10 months in 1828. The killings were attributed to Irish immigrants William Burke and William Hare, who sold corpses of their 16 victims to Dr. Robert Knox as dissection material for his well-attended anatomy lectures. It is also reputed that it was from this very place that Burke and Hare would lure their victims away from the inn to their lodging house, where they would ply their victims with whisky and then murder them. Burke was hanged at 8:15 a.m. on the 28th of January 1829, a day of torrential rain in front of a crowd of between 20 and 25,000 people. Many popular tales of Hare circulated the years after the trial. One such told of him being mobbed and thrown into a lime pit, causing him to be blinded and to end his days as a blind beggar on the streets of London. However, none of these tales were ever confirmed by hard evidence. I got in contact with Mike Johnson a short while ago, and he got back to me with a request that we go in and investigate the place, because there'd been occurrences happened more recently with members of the staff, one being a female member of staff that had her hair pulled. I believe it was in the Cellar area. We might be able to clear that up a wee bit later when we talk to Mike. But I'm sure the discussion was that was down in the Cellar, if I can recall that. Somebody else had seen what can only be described as a set of stairs and the bottom half of legs walking up the stairs, but the thing was that the stairs that existed to this day aren't there anymore. So, for me that would be a residual.
Yeah, definitely.
The most interesting piece of evidence was this photograph. There's been a lot of speculation surrounding this photograph, taken by the daughter of tourist Jenny Burrows and her husband after an evening at the famous Edinburgh Tattoo, close to closing time. The reported photograph, unknown to most, is a blown-up version of the original that was taken by Mrs. Burrows' daughter. There had been no one at the time of the picture being taken passing in the background, and no opportunity to doctor the photo on these premises, and taken by a trustworthy family with absolutely nothing to gain by revealing it. Mike had reported that one of his members of staff had reported, the female member of staff had reported that they were downstairs counting the takings for that day. And she and another witness had heard footsteps upstairs, and they thought maybe somebody had been locked in the toilet or had been forgotten about once the premises had been locked for the night. However, when the two of them went upstairs, there was nobody there. But it isn't the first time that these footsteps have been heard. So we believe that could be a possible occurrence. Especially with the two of them hearing the same thing, you know what I mean? So that sounds quite interesting. There's been research done in the past that there's been an alleged, we can only say alleged because it's not based on fact. We don't have any names, we don't have any period of time, but through previous investigations where you've had mediums come in to the White Hart Inn, they have actually picked up on more than one occasion, and different mediums coming up with a prostitute who was dressed in red, who was apparently murdered. Again, we don't have any names, so it is circumstantial. So basically that's the story leading up to why Mike got contact with myself and the team going in and investigating all these occurrences that were happening. And sounds like a good investigation.
Certainly does, Mark. Let's go through some of the equipment we'll be using throughout the investigation. First of all, we have the EMF meter. It picks up electromagnetic fluctuations that spirits are said to give off when they're trying to manifest. Here we'll have my personal favourite, the SB7 Spirit Box. This modified radio can sweep through channels at a fast rate, and spirits can talk through the white noise. We always set ours to 100 milliseconds in reverse, so it's harder to get contamination from radio channels affecting our sessions, and anything heard in English can be supported by these factors. Quite simply, this is one of our 4 HD static night vision cameras which can see what our eyes can't. Digital recorders can pick up high frequency, spirit talk if you like, that our ears simply can't pick up. Here we have one of the 3 motion detectors we're using. They're used to pick up motion caused by something moving in front of it, even things we can't see. Here we have the millimeter. It can also pick up EMF frequencies and can also detect sudden drops in temperature as well.
We use trigger objects as an instrument of association, where a spirit may recognise the object and use it in some form, encouraging movement of energy.
Is there any spirits down here who would like to talk to us tonight? We are out here all night. We hear you like pulling hair. This is why we're here. But to add that in. Use this to speak to us. Do you want us here?
Inconclusive background sounds of what sounds like singing. Although there was a singer upstairs, no other sounds could be heard at all before or after this capture.
Here we're in the cauldron. Apparently where barrels get moved. And the door gets slammed. There's some evil spirit pulling here. If you hear slam the door if you want this out, move a barrel. Nipples could cut glass. At the moment it's now 49 Fahrenheit.
slam the door? Don't want us in here, slam. Because there's two guys here, you're not showing yourself. If there's any friendly spirits here, we are not talking to you. You're talking to the spirit who likes pushing people and pulling hair. Pull my hair. Pull Mark's hair. Pull Christine's hair. We're actually getting a high EMF reading here.
Because of the high amount of electrical wiring in this area, we cannot conclude this as being a paranormal event.
Use this device to talk to us. Just feeling it. No point in a EMF.
That noise is...
Any spirits here, you can use this device that I'm holding in my hand. Use our energies. Use the light's energies, use the camera energy. Use our battery energy. Use it. Do you want us to go away? Is a victim of William Burke and William Hake here. Is there a prostitute here that was murdered? Use this device to speak to us. Are you hiding in the shadows? No, she's surveillance.
Orbs are said to be the first sign of a spirit manifesting, but as far as orbs go, the majority that are caught on camera we think are more than likely to be dust or insects. However, some are more intriguing than others, which we'll go into later. first this just looks like a piece of dust. The intriguing part is what it does next. See how it picks up speed and follows the line of the staff member's leg. And almost immediately after, we get this.
Good luck, Craig. Nice knowing you. These guys.
Kids, have a good night.
See you later.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Sure we will.
The best of Scotland is right on your doorstep this year. Hundreds of events are taking place across Scotland to celebrate Homecoming 2014. So you won't have to travel far to find them. Homecoming 2014, a year of brilliant moments right on your doorstep.
Might need to stop using his walkie-talkies because it's setting the EMF off.
That's perfect. Can you see it?
We're doing it one bar now.
Just turn it off. Batteries didn't take long with these cameras.
Peach.
Just got 666 for temperature up here.
With a baseline test between 71 and 73 Fahrenheit in the bar and downstairs, we did get a temperature reading of 66.6, which on its own was quite strange because the temperature never dropped below 71 Fahrenheit for the rest of the evening. Unfortunately, this wasn't documented for obvious reasons.
See the Christmas lights, do you think?
Are these ones?
Aye. That'd be cool. You could maybe put one light on. Could that happen? We didn't, we knew this place was haunted, but
As you see, Craig leaves the room. What we see next surprises us all. As you can see, there was nobody in the bar at this point, and the light is flashing behind the bar, as you can see the shadow of the bar on the floor. This could have been a power surge, however, with it only being one bulb, it is highly unlikely it was. And as you can see, Mark, Christine and myself was downstairs when this happened. As I was saying before about orbs, orbs can be produced by accident and can appear quite readily by the conditions around you. Unfortunately, most orb photographs or films are merely the result of insects, weather conditions or dust. Just like what you're seeing here. And just to mention, there is no air conditioning or fan in this area.
Is there any spirits in here? Is there anybody that'd like to communicate? Please, if you're in here, can you let me know that you're here? If you're in here, can you move that jug? Is there any spirits that's in here that would like to communicate? If you're in here, can you let me know? It's freezing. It's okay though. If you're in here, can you let me know that you're in here, please?
Just didn't get to the process of it.
If there's any spirits in here, can you let me know, please? there's any spirits in here, can you please let me know? Can you make a sign, please? Please use my energy. Touch my hair. Let me know you're here. Move something. Can you see anything? If there's any spirits in here that would like to communicate, please do. Move the handle on the door. Move something. Right, didn't move. If there's any spirits in here, please let me know. If there's any spirits in here, please let me know. Move something, touch me, let me know you're here. Still there. Awesome. Yep. Is there any spirits in here that would like to communicate with me? Tap my head, stroke my hair, let me know you're here. Doesn't feel like anything at all.
No, it's not pretty quiet, like. I was thinking of maybe trying the kitchen. There's no one listening to me trying.
Right.
Any spirits? And like throwing stuff, throw something at me. Throw a knife at me. Ring the ball. Right there. I'm not brave enough.
Head back to base.
I feel my breath coming from the right side, but
I'm feeling it on my kneecaps.
come on, give us something. Just give me a sign you're here. Use this, speak to me. Come on, give us something. You don't like to deal with people when they're on their own. Maybe a good spirit and just having fun. Throw something at me. Seems like he's a coward. Apparently likes throwing stuff at people.
Doesn't want to talk.
Come on. Right, throwing stuff at people, throw something at me. Pick up a knife, throw that at me. Come on. Is that a male spirit? Is that a female spirit? Off the deep voice, that is, eh? This bad, do you like us being here? Do you want us to leave? You want us to leave, why don't you pick up the gun and the bar and shoot one of us?
day. In the night when the wolves cry out, listen close and you can